Hi, my amazing planner people. It's Jess from My Magical Planner, and today I'm going to be doing my weekly spread for the week of July 4th through the 10th, and I'm going to be using this really beautiful kit from Hello Petite Paper. This was her summer petite box kit. It's super pretty. I just hauled it, and I figured it was the perfect time to go ahead and use it, so I'll be using that. I'm also planning on pulling in a couple of other things. I'll try to make sure there's links for everything down below. All right, while I'm putting down the base of this kit, I thought I'd give you guys a couple of life updates. So I know I haven't had a video out in a couple of weeks. That's mostly due to the fact that I got new carpet in my entire house, which is like moving without moving. It's almost worse because you have to move everything out, and then every day you have to move the stuff from that room into a different room, and oh, it's crazy. And I'm still trying to get everything back where it needs to go, which is why we don't have an office tour yet. I'm still just kind of getting things back in their places. It's taking me a lot longer than I thought it would because in part we're going through things and kind of purging, but also my energy level is really low. And so I probably have like 2 good hours to really get things done. And then after that, I'm just dragging. So, which kind of leads me into my other life update, which was okay, right before we left on vacation, I had had some blood work done. I had gone into my doctor and so everything that's happened with my health issues, and if you're new, I have going on almost 2 years of an unknown health problem that started with a surgery and has just kind of escalated from there. And anyhow, everything that has been done so far has been me going into doctors and being like, could it be this? Can we check for this? Or how about this? Because it's what has happened has been so strange that like I think I've had up to 8 doctors tell me they've never seen anything like this in their entire lives. And anyhow, so I went in and I was like, okay, what about lupus? We haven't checked for any autoimmunes. Is there like a blood test? Can we just rule it out? And so I had blood work done and I kind of got some mixed results. So the lupus panel itself was negative, but the ANA antibodies, which are these antibodies that your own body produces that kind of attack your body. So now I'm on a list to get into a rheumatologist. It's probably going to take until August to get in, which isn't that long comparatively. And then I also got a call from the hematologist and they'd like to see me again and check my iron again. So I have to get some labs done in the next couple of weeks and just kind of see how that goes. So those are all the big life updates, I think. So anyhow, this week I went ahead and put the days of the week up at the top, and I love how she did like that little sprinkling of foil around the days of the week. I also added some Magby Makes date dots in there. I love her date dots. And then I just added in the washi at the bottom and used some trims from Sadie stickers to go ahead and added the daisy ones, I think is what they're called. I think if I were going to change anything about the spread, it would be those trims right there, because I think it's a little bit too busy. Almost looks like barbed wire to me, like looking back. But I felt picking them back up was going to destroy the sticker underneath. And I went, oh, okay, I can live with that. And then for the upper left-hand corner, I went ahead and used one of the stickers from the journaling pack that kind of looks like waves at the beach up there. And then I used one of the dangle boxes below it to go ahead and put my date on. I did have to kind of make sure that they were straight, the little dangle things. And then I added this leaf because I didn't want it just kind of hanging off in the middle of nowhere and like you have this empty space. So I kind of filled in with that. And then I used a July script, which was from Harriet Wright Designs. And now I'm using some of my new Paper Dollz Co girls. I absolutely love this one so much. And I felt like she was just kind of walking off the side of the page because this is kind of a different week because I had just come back from vacation. So there were a lot of things I didn't need to track in that sidebar. Plus, I was a little late getting this together. I don't think I actually got it done until Tuesday night. Anyhow, I decided I really wanted to use one of these torn paper elements along with kind of that this week sticker up there. The this week sticker almost looks like a swatch of like washi tape. And so I kind of wanted to balance it out, which is why you see me moving it over to one side so I could have the other sticker to the other side and then trimming it. I do have a lot of this left over. I think I forgot kind of about it, and so I didn't incorporate it in other places, which is okay because I'm going to have lots of really cool leftovers to use. I also had pulled in that really big floral at the bottom. That's kind of to balance out the girl, and I think it worked really well. I also added a habit tracker, which I used to track wearing my watch this week, which worked really well. I then used one of the big circle stickers and put that 4th of July script on it and put fireworks above it because we got in so late on Sunday night. We were all kind of zombie-ish on the 4th. So I really felt like I didn't need a lot of space for things. So that's kind of why that was there. And then I'm just going through and putting all of my decorative boxes in. And this is when I discovered that they weren't just regular boxes. I mean, I was so taken with this concept. So you saw a little bit on that box on Wednesday where she's kind of got a jagged edge on the top, like it was a torn piece of paper kind of thing. And these two are fine. And check out this next one. It's that same edge of like sand and everything. It was so cool. And then this one, I thought it was totally a regular box. And then I discovered it was a cutout of that window. It was so fun. I absolutely love that she tried this out. I haven't seen anybody else do it. And so it was exciting to find something new and exciting to try out. All right. Now I'm going back through. I wanted to put down here a reminder to post on Instagram. I've kind of given myself a challenge this month to try and post every day for the month to kind of help my Instagram following and kind of get a better understanding of Instagram and everything that goes on there. I did also mark there at the top that the only thing I did really besides an Instagram post on Monday was laundry. Lots and lots of laundry. I don't know about any of you guys, but as a mom, when you get home and you bring in all those suitcases and you realize they all have dirty clothes, it's kind of like, oh, okay. And you spend so much time playing catch up and getting all that laundry caught up and everything. And then moving on to Tuesday, I used one of her really beautiful boxes. Because it did have so much floral on it already, I decided not to add any, but I did place my little therapy chair from Crafts by Thaowie strategically, so it kind of leaned into that a little bit. And then below that, I did put a page flag, and as you can see, I have this clipboard I wanted to put on it, but I wanted it to be in the opposite corner of where that little chair was, but I didn't. I wanted it to be with the florals, and so I ended up pulling it off and switching its direction. I'm not entirely sure I like that either, but it seemed to work. Then I have one of these really nice, just square boxes from the kit. I'm going to go ahead and overlay some florals on it, which are really, really easy to do with this kit. They just work. And I love that you have so many options. And then I'm going to use a Crafts by Thaowie little icon for my nail dip because I did go and get my nails done this day, which was super exciting. I had them done in like 3.5 weeks. So yeah, I was ready. Which is why I didn't do the plan with me before this, because I wanted my nails done, which is so silly. But anyhow, I do put on a box and some stickers down there at the bottom to put on Megan's skating practice. And then I went back in with that laundry script when I had pulled that out just to kind of make sure I did that. This is just me flipping through all my scripts. I do have quite a few. I love my scripts. I really do. I do miss sometimes writing things out because I know there's a certain amount of muscle memory that happens with that, but you know. All right, on to Wednesday. I went ahead and used another one of those hanging boxes and then added some floral to it as well as the stethoscope, and it just looked really cute up there. We had a virtual doctor's visit that I needed to be at for one of the kids. And then Below that, I do go ahead and mark Dan's work schedule because I need to take him to work and pick him up since he is 15. He's working in a restaurant. So he seems to be loving his job. I just have to take him back and forth. Then below the decorative box, I go ahead and use another one of those boxes from the kit that has some florals on it already. And below that, I did put a page flag originally. You'll see in a few minutes how when I wrote on it, you couldn't really see the text of what I wrote. So I went ahead and pulled it back off and I'll use something else there. Moving on to the second half of the week, here you're going to see me make a little bit of an oops. So I had plans to have lunch with a friend on Friday, which I wanted to use this Polaroid box to mark. And somehow my brain got Thursday and Friday mixed up. So I put it down and then I realized what I had done. And because the middle was cut out, I had to be really careful in pulling it back up. But fortunately, we were able to move it over and everything was all good. Inside that box, I did use a chair and tables from White Deer Stationery and then also layered on some of the florals that came with the kit. And I thought it looked really cute, honestly. And then below that, in the kind of bottom part of the Polaroid, is where I put like lunch date with my friend, which was really fun. Now I'm going to go back and try and do Thursday. The first thing I had to mark was Megan's lesson that morning, and I knew I wanted to use these White Deer Stationery skates, which are my favorite skates, but it didn't really work with this page flag. I tried a couple different ways and it just didn't feel right. So I went ahead and pulled in this archway and I'm going to layer some florals and the skates together there. I kind of wish I had been able to separate the skates a little bit, and I might try that next time. But I really like the overall effect of that. Then below that, I did use another one of those fun floral boxes, and I'm going to mark Megan's off ice. So I'm looking through all my White Deer Stationery stuff, looking for something to mark it, and realized I didn't have any kind of exercise that would really fit with it. And so I moved on kind of thinking to the box below that, which is the box where I marked Emily's therapy. For anybody who knew, my two daughters who are 12 and 9 both have autism, which has recently been diagnosed. Emily was diagnosed first, and so she is currently undergoing some therapy just to kind of work on communication skills and understanding feelings a little better. So she has a standing appointment every Thursday that we go to, and they play different games to work on things and stuff like that. So then at the bottom, I did go ahead and bring in another box and I layered on a small floral with that, and it looked so cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, moving on to Friday, I did put a little box at the top above my Polaroid. And now I wanted to use one of these stamp shapes because I love them so much. And so I layered some floral on the inside so it doesn't go past the borders of the inside there, which I think is really cute. And then I do use a just normal kind of box there at the bottom. Now I'm going to bounce around a little bit. I hate that I usually end up doing this at the end of my plan with these, but I put ahead and put a box down at the bottom on Sunday because I knew there was a grad party I needed to go to. I wanted to use the Hello Weekend script because I think it's beautiful. I knew I wanted something to mark posting my plan with me. Hopefully this will be on time. And that I wanted a reminder for posting on Instagram as well there. I use that on both boxes there. I'm going to pull in some florals because you'll see that blue box is offset just a little bit, which doesn't really matter to me because I usually bring in florals like this, but I could see how it could bother someone. So I'm just mentioning it. I don't think it's a flaw. I think it's the way she designed it. Anyhow, I'm going back in and filling things in, like my Apple Watch there. I had a couple of tasks that I needed to do. One of which was calling rheumatology and setting up that appointment. I have to make a schedule for Emily, which still isn't done, honestly, because with autism, schedules help, and we need a summer schedule. We got out of school, we got new carpet, then we went to Maine, so there hasn't been a whole lot of chance to get one instated for her. I also marked that I need to talk to the carpet people because there's There's a couple of seams that don't look right to me, and I want someone to come and look at them before we give them the remainder of the balance on that, just to guarantee things are good. I'm just marking in all of the other little details. I think I went over most of those. The clipboard and page leg at the top was marking Ethan's AP test results. So we did get those back that day. He's pretty happy with them. And then I did also mark there at the bottom of this column the Instagram post reminder. I used a page flag and just one of the camera icons that came with the kit. I wrote in Dan's work schedule and the doctor's appointment. I went ahead and pulled in a massage sticker because I did schedule myself a massage on Wednesday because my back kind of seized up in New York. And so I was in pain all the rest of the way home, which is not a small drive. And then even though it was better once we got home, I was still having quite a few issues. And so we made the decision to go ahead and send me off to the massage place, which I've done in the past. You can see that I pulled up that page flag below and I used another box from the journaling kit and then layered on another box to mark posting on Instagram there. I do have to go back in on Thursday. I don't think it's going to be on this video, but I did have to post Dan working because he last minute got a call, like one of his coworkers was sick, to come in and do the opening shift, which was obviously before Megan's lesson. I did find a little dumbbell from White Deer Stationery on like a sample page, and I used that to mark Megan's off ice. This is literally what it sounds like. This is skating practice off the ice. They do jumps and like calisthenics and stretches and that kind of thing. And then at the bottom, I did mark date night because we actually got off on a date, which was really nice. Friday, I did mark payday at the top there. And I did use another stethoscope to mark another kid doctor appointment. They happen a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark in Megan's lesson for that day, as well as adding something to mark posting on Instagram on Friday. So I used that circular shape and overlaid one of the phone icons from the kit just to mark that. Really simple. And then I realized that I hadn't done that for Thursday, so I pulled off a camera icon that came with the kit and this other little circle and put it up there by the figure skates, so I wasn't forgetting it. I do wish I had a little bit more room there, but you know, it's good enough. And then Saturday, that top box is a post on Instagram again. And then with the nature of that full box below it, I knew I wanted something a little bit different under it. So I went ahead and pulled out this floral to overlay that computer with a little coffee mug. I did split the floral a little bit to kind of put it in between. So you had some behind it and some in front of it, which I really liked. And I'm using that to mark editing, and I'll add in a couple of check boxes below, and I write editing actually on the screen, which I really liked. Yeah, Saturdays are usually my editing day. It's just kind of how my week falls. And then below that, I tried to use that little arrow thing, and then I didn't like how that looked. So I went ahead and pulled in another one of those boxes from the kit. I think these are midi boxes, and they're really nice to have. And I wanted to put in here that I usually do my planning on Saturday nights, which is what I'm actually going to be doing after this voice recording. So I took the box, I put some florals down there at the bottom, and then used the planner that came with the kit to kind of tuck it in behind, and it looked really cute. Then I just added in the plan next week text, and then we move on to Sunday at the top where I put post plan with me and post on Instagram there at the very top. Then I realized I had left out Daniel's work schedule for Saturday, so I had to go back in. I added a box with a little bit of floral to mark his work schedule for today. Then I did end up jumping back over to Sunday. We had a grad party that we needed to go to, and so I took some of the gift boxes that were in the kit and layered them onto that square. It looked amazing and so simple. And then I put a page flag at the bottom to mark movie night. We usually have a family movie we watch on Sunday nights. And then I'm adding in a text box there up towards the weekend with a little floral, which the floral looks really good with that box, to mark in my content planning, because usually after I do my kind of catch-all planning, then I can sit down and do my content planning and make it realistic. Now I'm just going back through and adding a couple of cluster deco here and there to give it a little extra sparkle. The one thing that is not in this video because the camera turned off and I didn't realize it is that I do use another one of the Paper Doll girls and put her in that window on Sunday, which you're going to see here. I hope you enjoyed these close-ups. I'm also going to show you what was left of the kit at the end. But thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.